Namaskar viewers, good evening. You're watching Sansad TV and this is House Highlights with me, Bhavna Nair. First, the headlines. Noisy scenes disrupt both houses of Parliament. Opposition members protest against disqualification of Rahul Gandhi from Lok Sabha. Seek JPC probe into Adani Group row. The Competition Amendment Bill 2022 passed in Lok Sabha after Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman moved it for discussion and passing. And Forest Conservation Amendment Bill referred to joint committee from both houses. Beginning with the upper house, Rajya Sabha proceedings were adjourned till Monday amid uproar with opposition members demanding a JPC probe into the allegations against the Adani Group. Treasury bench members reiterated their demand, seeking Congress leader Rahul Gandhi's apology for his remarks in London. After papers were laid in the House, the chairman said he had received 8 notices under Rule 267 for suspension of listed business and take the matters mentioned in the notices. However, as slogans continued, he adjourned the proceedings till 2 p.m.
Honorable members, I have received 8 notices the House stands adjourned till 2 p.m. today.
Post-lunch, as similar scenes continued in the upper house, Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar adjourned the House for the day. The next sitting of the House will be on 3rd April.
The House stands adjourned to meet at 1100 hours on Monday, the 3rd April 2023.
The Rajya Sabha chairman took up the motion for nomination to the Joint Committee on the Forest Conservation Amendment Bill 2023 and asked Environment Minister Bhupendra Yadav to move it. Yadav moved the motion to nominate Rajya Sabha members Ashok Bajpai, Anil Baluni, Samir Oran and CM Ramesh, all BJP, Jawahar Sirkar from AITC, Prashant Nanda from BJD, Hishay Lachungpa from SDF, Birendra Prasad Beshe from AGP in the committee, besides 2 members to be nominated by the chairman. As soon as the motion was passed by a voice vote, Dhankar adjourned the House amid sloganeering.
Motion for nomination to the Joint Committee on the Forest Conservation Amendment Bill 2023. Shri Bhupendra Yadav to move a motion for nomination to the Joint Committee on the Forest Conservation Amendment Bill 2023.
Respected Chairman, sir, with your permission, I move the following motion that this House concurs in the recommendation of the Lok Sabha that this House do join in the Joint Committee of the Houses on the Forest Conservation Amendment Bill 2023 and resolve that the following members of the Rajya Sabha be nominated to serve on the said joint committee: Dr. Ashok Bajpai, Shri Anil Baluni, Shri Samir Rao, Dr. CM Ramesh, Shri Jawahar Sirkar, Dr. Prashant Nanda, Shri Hishay Lachungpa, Shri Birendra Prasad Beshe, and 2 members to be nominated by Honorable Chairman Rajya Sabha.
Motion moved. Those in favor, please say aye. Those against it, please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted.
Amid the political sparring, Rajya Sabha conducted formal business. Ministers tabled papers pertaining to various ministries. Several reports of the department-related parliamentary standing committees were also presented.
General Retired V.K. Singh.
Sir, with your permission, I rise to lay papers on the table of the House as mentioned against my name at serial number 1 in the revised list of business.
Shri V. Muralidharan.
Chairman sir, with your permission, I, on behalf of my colleague Shri Ramdas Athwale ji, I rise to lay the papers listed against his name at serial number 1B in today's revised list of business.
Sadhvi Niranjan Jyoti.
महोदय, राज्यसभा की संशोधित कार्यसूची में मैं आज के संशोधित कार्यसूची क्रम संख्या 3 पर मेरे नाम के सामने उल्लिखित पत्र सभा पटल पर प्रस्तुत करती हूँ।
श्री अजय कुमार,
मैं अपने सहयोगी श्री नित्यानंद राय जी की ओर से आज की संशोधित कार्यावली की क्रम संख्या 1D पर उनके नाम के सम्मुख उल्लिखित दस्तावेज सभा पटल पर रखा हूँ।
श्रीमती रेणुका सिंह सरूता,
सभापति महोदय, आपकी अनुमति से मैं आज की संशोधित कार्यसूची के क्रम संख्या 1 पर मेरे नाम से सूचीबद्ध दस्तावेज पटल पर रखना चाहती हूँ।
श्रीमती अनुपूर्णा देवी,
सभापति महोदय, आपकी अनुमति से आज की पुनरीक्षित कार्यावली सूची की क्रम संख्या 1F पर मेरे नाम के सामने उल्लिखित दस्तावेजों को मैं सभा पटल पर रखती हूँ।
सुश्री प्रतिमा भौमिक,
सभापति महोदय, मैं आपकी अनुमति से आज की कार्यसूची में क्रमांक संख्या 7 पर मेरे मंत्रालय में मेरे साथी राज्य मंत्री श्री नारायण स्वामी जी के नाम के सम्मुख उल्लिखित दस्तावेज सदन के पटल पर रखती हूँ।
सुश्री प्रतिमा भौमिक,
माननीय सभापति महोदय, मैं आपकी अनुमति से आज की कार्यसूची में क्रम संख्या 8 पर मेरे नाम के सम्मुख उल्लिखित दस्तावेज सदन की पटल पर रखती हूँ।
डॉक्टर सुभाष सरकार,
आदरणीय सभापति महोदय, आपकी अनुमति से आज की पुनरीक्षित कार्यावली सूची की क्रम संख्या 1I पर मेरे नाम के सामने उल्लिखित दस्तावेजों को मैं सभा पटल पर रखता हूँ।
डॉक्टर मुंजपारा महेंद्र भाई,
with your kind permission, I wish to lay on the table of the House papers mentioned against my name in today's revised list of business.
reports of department related Parliamentary Standing Committee on Water Resources, Srimati Mosam Noor.
The 23rd report of the Standing Committee on Water Resources 2023 as listed against my name in today's list of business.
Time for a very short break here in the bulletin. News from the lower house on the other side. Welcome back after the break. You're watching House Highlights. Now take a look at some key moments in the Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha proceedings were adjourned till 12 noon soon after the House met at 11 a.m. following protests by opposition parties. Wearing black, opposition MPs waved black stoles to protest against Congress leader Rahul Gandhi's disqualification from the House. Shouting slogans, they demanded a JPC probe into the Adani issue. Lok Sabha was adjourned till 12 p.m. Bharturi Mehta, presiding in the chair at 11 a.m., urged the members to allow the question hour to function. He said that it is just not the chair's responsibility to allow the House to function. Let's listen in.
May I request honorable members to be on your chair. Please be in your chair. Let us allow the question hour to run. It is not the responsibility of the chair alone to run the House. Every member's responsibility is there to run the House. Question number 401.
When the House reassembled at 2 p.m., Rama Devi was in the chair. Amid the sloganeering by opposition members, she said the Speaker had rejected all the notices of adjournment motion received by him.
सदस्यगण, कुछ विषय पर स्थगन प्रस्ताव के नोटिस प्राप्त हुए। माननीय अध्यक्ष जी ने किसी भी स्थगन प्रस्ताव के नोटिस को स्वीकृति नहीं दी है।
Various members, including ministers, laid important papers on the table. The papers related to the Ministry of Science and Technology and Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pension, Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, Ministry of Coal and Ministry of Mines, Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, Ministry of Commerce and Industry.
आदरणीय अध्यक्ष महोदय जी, मैं आज की कार्यसूची में मेरे नाम के सम्मुख क्रम संख्या 11 पर यथा सूचीबद्ध जल संसाधन संबंधी स्थायी समिति का 23वां प्रतिवेदन प्रस्तुत करता हूं। थैंक यू।
Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs Arjun Ram Meghwal laid a statement regarding the status of implementation contained in the 330th report of the Standing Committee on Transport, Tourism and Culture.
With your permission, I rise to make a statement regarding the status of implementation of the recommendation observation contained in the 330th report of the Standing Committee on Transport, Tourism and Culture on demand for grants 2022 and 23 pertaining to the Ministry of Culture. Thank you.
Minister of State for Ayush Dr. Munjapara Mahendra Bhai made a statement regarding the status of implementation of the recommendations contained in the 136th and 142nd reports of the Standing Committee on Health and Family Welfare.
Madam, I rise to inform the House the status of implementation indicated in statement being laid on the table of the House of various recommendations contained in the 136th and 142nd reports of Department-related Parliamentary Standing Committee on Health and Family Welfare in respect of demands from grants 2022-23 of Ministry of Ayush. Thank you.
Union Environment Minister Bhupendra Yadav introduced the Forest Conservation Amendment Bill 2023 in the Lok Sabha today.
Respected Chairperson Madam, I seek a leave of the House to introduce the Forest Conservation Amendment Bill 2023.
Member N.K. Premachandran opposed the bill, saying the House should not introduce it when it is not in order.
Madam, I vehemently oppose the introduction of the bill, and when the House is not in order, it is not fair on the part of the government to introduce such a very important bill. I strongly oppose the introduction of the bill.
The bill seeks to amend the Forest Conservation Act 1980, whose sole aim has been to protect the forests of the country and prevent their conservation into agricultural lands or grazing lands or building of business or residential units.
प्रश्न यह है कि विधेयक को पूरा स्थापित करने की अनुमति प्रदान की जाए। जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में है ना कहे, जो सदस्य इसके विरोध में है ना कहे। मेरे विचार से मैं निर्णय हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ, हाँ वाले के पक्ष में हुआ। माननीय मंत्री जी विधेयक को पुरस्कृत करें।
Honorable Chairperson Madam, I introduce the bill.
Minister Bhupendra Yadav informed the House that the bill is sent to a joint committee of both the houses for discussion.
Speaker Madam, I move that the Forest Conservation Amendment Bill 2023 be referred to a joint committee of the houses consisting of the following 19 members of this house. श्री राजेंद्र अग्रवाल,
प्रश्न यह है कि श्री भूपेंद्र यादव जी
राजू बिष्टा, श्री जामयांग तरस्यांग नामग्याल, श्री तापिर गांव, श्री अजय टमटा, श्री सुरेश कुमार कश्यप, श्रीमती गोमती साय, श्री सुदर्शन भगत, श्री पल्लव लोचन दास, कुमारी दिया कुमारी, श्री टी.आर. बालू, श्रीमती अगाथा के संगमा, श्रीमती साजदा अहमद, श्री कोटगिरी श्रीधर, श्री राजेंद्र गावित, डॉक्टर आलोक कुमार सुमन, श्री महेश साहू, श्री गणेश चंद्रा. 2 members to be nominated by Honorable Speaker and 10 members from the Rajya Sabha. That in order to constitute a sitting of joint committee, the quorum shall be 1/3 of the total number of members of the joint committee. That the committee shall make a report to this House by the last day of first week of next session. That in other respect, the rules of procedure of the House relating to parliamentary committee shall apply with such variation and modification as the Speaker may make, and that this House recommend to Rajya Sabha that the Rajya Sabha do join the said joint committee.
The chair then asked the members permitted to raise issue under Rule 377 to personally lay on the table of the House in 20 minutes. On members' request, Rama Devi on chair took the consent of members for agreeing leave on 31st March 2023, that is Friday. The members raised their hands to show their support.
नियम 377 के अधीन सभा पटल पर रखे जाने वाले मामलों के संबंध में अध्यक्ष पीठ द्वारा की जाने वाली घोषणा माननीय सदस्यों को आज जिनको अनुमति प्रदान की गई है वे अपने मामलों के अनुमति को 20 मिनट के अंदर व्यक्तिगत रूप से प्रस्तुत करें.
The Lok Sabha on Wednesday passed the Competition Amendment Bill 2022. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman moved the bill for passing.
प्रतिस्पर्धा संशोधन विधेयक 2022 माननीय मंत्री जी।
Madam, with your permission, I rise to move that the bill be taken into consideration.
Sections and amendments were passed in quick succession amid opposition protests. The bill aims to widen the scope of entities that can be considered as being involved in anti-competitive agreements. Presently, only enterprises or persons in similar fields can be held accountable for such agreements.
किया जाए, जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में है वे हाँ कहें, जो सदस्य विरोध में है वे नहीं कहें। मेरे विचार में निर्णय हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ, हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ, संशोधन स्वीकृत हुए। प्रश्न यह है कि अधिनियमन सूत्र यथा संशोधित विधेयक का अंग बने। जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में है वे हाँ कहें, जो सदस्य विरोध में है वे नहीं कहें। मेरे विचार में निर्णय हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ, हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ। अधिनियमन सूत्र यथा संशोधित विधेयक का अंग बना। प्रश्न यह है कि विधेयक का पूरा नाम विधेयक का अंग बने। जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में है वे हाँ कहें, जो सदस्य विरोध में है वे ना कहें। मेरे विचार में निर्णय हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ, हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ। विधेयक का पूरा नाम विधेयक का अंग बना। माननीय मंत्री जी, अब यह प्रस्ताव करें कि यथा संशोधित विधेयक को पारित किया जाए।
Madam, I rise to move that the bill as amended be passed.
प्रश्न यह है कि विधेयक यथा संशोधित विधेयक को पारित किया जाए। जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में है वे हाँ कहें, जो सदस्य विरोध में है वे नहीं कहें। मेरे विचार में निर्णय हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ, हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ। प्रस्ताव स्वीकृत हुआ और विधेयक के राज संशोधित पारित हुआ।
The House will now reconvene on April 3rd, 2023. That's all we have in House highlights for the day. For daily updates of the budget session, keep watching Sansad TV. Good night. Namaskar.